Good morning, everybody. Nice to be with you. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining me for today's self-love ritual. As you can see, I'm in a different environment today. I'm in my kitchen. That's because I'm home alone with the puppy, and the puppy has quite the mind of his own at the moment. So we're just going through a little bit of a stage where I have to be a little bit more flexible than usual. And so I'm coming to you from the kitchen. Hi, Sherry. Thank you for joining. Hey, Kelly. Nice to have you. I'll wait for a few Facebookers to arrive. But yeah, welcome to my kitchen today. We might be joined by the puppy at some point, although he does seem to have calmed down for the minute. Hope you all had a lovely weekend. Hey, Kelly. Yeah, another week, and where we are in Sussex, it's looking like we're going to have some pretty amazing weather this week, so I'm going to get out amongst it. Hey, on Facebook, if you're joining, please could you say hi? Welcome to my kitchen today. Morning, Lindy. Hello. What a morning it's been getting sorted to be here for you guys. I tell you what, having a cat and a new dog and the antics that they get up to. Well, meanwhile, it's like having like two fighting toddlers in the house. And I wasn't really quite awake to deal with it this morning. Sheena, hello, hi, nice to have you. All right, so today, wow, another week, a new week. Let's start it off on the right foot. And yeah, let's begin by connecting with ourselves and getting intentional about what we want for ourselves today and for this week. Hey, Lorraine, nice to have you. And by the way, because of this new setup, I'm definitely looking at two very distinctly different cameras. So apologies if my eyes kind of seem to be looking at you then very far away from you. I'll do my best. So I love to do these morning rituals to set you up for the week. I also like to kind of impart perhaps a little challenge or perhaps an intention that I'm setting that perhaps you'd like to share with me. And often it just comes from my own experiences, what's going on for me or what I sort of see going on for my clients. And I had a beautiful call last night, a 2-hour coaching call with the women who are part of my Daring and Mighty Love group. So this is a group of women who are very consciously and intentionally calling in their soulmate. And it's such a beautiful, beautiful body of work. They inspire me so much. And yeah, our calls always lift us all up. They're absolutely amazing. And it was really interesting to notice what came through on last night's call. We were kind of, I speak a lot about masculine and feminine energies and about the importance of doing the inner work to move into your empowered feminine and into your empowered masculine, and having a really healthy balance of both, having your own empowered feminine, your own empowered masculine energies doing this lovely dance together. Now, it can be, and it was the case with me, and it is the case with pretty much all of the women I work with, to begin with, and I know I speak about this a lot, to begin with, we notice that often there is quite an imbalance and our masculine seems to be running the show, that energy, that part of us that wants to get stuff done, right? That makes things happen. And that's brilliant, and we need that part of us. But many of us women, hey Sophie, many of us women haven't learned to call in our feminine and to trust that part of us that absolutely needs to rest, to restore, to surrender, to receive. It's the part of us where our divine inspiration comes from. It's where our creativity comes from, our ability to collaborate with others. It's a completely different energy. And the work that I'm doing with women is very much around bringing in this empowered feminine quality. And that part of us then inspires our masculine to take inspired action rather than the pushing, kind of driving, competitive action that we've been in the habit of making. Visha, hello. Sana, hello. Good to have you guys. And then, so what came up in our conversation last night was we do all of this work because we're so out of balance. We do all of this work to move into our feminine, and that's wonderful, and we have to do that work. And what can actually happen is our our inner masculine can kind of sometimes come off as bad or wrong. And we can get distracted by, because working with the feminine is beautiful and it's fun and it becomes inspiring and creative. And we really love hanging out in that space. And we can forget to then do the work with our masculine, that part of us that makes stuff happen. But it can become a part of us that, without paying attention to it, it can become a voice within us that's quite domineering and, quite mean and dictatorish. Do you know what I mean? You know that voice that says you should be doing this and you should be getting that done and you haven't met that deadline. And so we can have this kind of a new level of imbalance where we bring in our empowered feminine, but we haven't done the work with our own inner masculine, and we've got some disempowered masculine stuff going on, which is that voice that gives us a hard time. It's like that kind of manager voice, and it's an exhausting voice, right? But the truth is, the empowered masculine loves nothing more than to honor and serve the empowered feminine. And the empowered masculine does that with such grace, with such humility. It is genuinely his, although it's not gender, it is genuinely his honor to serve her. And he's so loving. He's unconditionally loving. Our inner masculine is unconditionally loving. Just is so driven by being of service to the feminine. And it's really important that we connect with that part of us that is so loving and just so wants to take care of us and so wants to make it happen for us. And that the empowered masculine never demands of us and never tells us we're not good enough because we didn't make that deadline, and never says you got to try harder or do better because look at what they're doing. That's our disempowered masculine. And when we start to notice the voice of our masculine energy, that part of us that's trying to make things happen, that's trying to create in the world, notice there's two different voices going on. There'll be your disempowered masculine, which is pretty bloody mean, and then there will be your empowered masculine that is just beautifully of service to your feminine, that in a very encouraging and gentle way will make things happen. And sometimes it's fierce, but we have to take a stand for ourselves, but it's not mean. It's not a mean voice. And I feel like it's really important to distinguish that, right? I think there's so much conversation about bringing in the feminine that we forget to spend time checking out our masculine and calling in that lovingly strong energy that's totally got our back and that will do whatever it takes to make it happen, to serve you and your desires and your goals and your dreams. And it will do it with such humility, Does that make sense? Am I ringing any bells? Sana was saying, I was thinking the same yesterday. Thanks for bringing this topic up. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah. And it's interesting because for the women I was working with last night, they all happen to be calling in men for their soulmates. And they all have this vision of this man, this kind of guy that hi Natalie, this kind of guy that they really want to have a lifelong relationship with. And this guy is awesome. And he's emotionally intelligent and he's strong and he definitely makes things happen. He takes a stand for her. He's respectful of her. He honors her. And if you're calling in that kind of relationship with an empowered man, then it's really important, right, to have that relationship with your own inner masculine, isn't it? Because if you don't, because what we attract is a reflection of where we're at, isn't it? So if we have a very disempowered masculine running the show within us, then quite often we're going to be attracting disempowered masculine qualities in our partner. Yeah. So the work is always like clean up your side of the street first. The work is always like what's going on for you. And whether you're calling in a guy, whether you're calling in a pay rise, whether you're calling in a new career, whatever it is that you're desiring, you have to be the vibrational match for that. Does that make sense? So it's really important to pay attention to your feminine. Yes, she's awesome, and she is where you will get your most inspired, divine, creative ideas and inspirations. She is that part of you that helps you to relax and rest and recuperate. She's the part of you that actually receives all that you desire. Wonderful. And then there's this part of us that actually makes that happen. And it can happen with love. It can happen with honor, with respect for self, right? Yes. So Sana is, Kelly's saying makes so much sense. Sana's saying, you missed my message. You and your home are looking gorgeous. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I did miss it. Sorry, Sana. And you're so far away now. I can't scroll back. Thank you very much. Thank you. Yeah, you're in my kitchen right now. Okay, so that's kind of the little message I wanted to share this morning. And I thought we would just start. I invite you now actually just to grab a pen and paper, if you could. And if you could just begin by, let's do a little brain dump. Let's do a brain dump. So if you grab your pen and paper and start writing down with this theme in mind, start writing down how you know you're being mean to yourself. Yeah, just how you know you're being mean to yourself. I'm going to close my eyes and tune into what I want to say to you, because I've got WhatsApp messages pinging through left, right, and center right now for some reason. And it's really distracting me. So just give me a minute. I wonder if you can turn off that function while doing a live. I'm not sure. So yeah, just take a moment to write down how you're mean to yourself. Just notice, what is it about your inner masculine energy that isn't kind, that gives you a hard time, that perhaps tells you you're not enough, you should try harder? What does it say to you? Just write down, what are the words? What does that part of you say to you, that disempowered part of you? This is otherwise known as the toxic masculine. And whose voice is it really? Whose voice is that really? Because that's not you. That's not your truth. The truth of you is very loving, just loves to serve you. The truth of you has so much capacity to make your goals and desires and dreams happen. There's so much trust that it's going to happen in the goodness of time. It's meant for you. But your disempowered masculine says the opposite. Now, whose voice is that? Whose voice is that? It's not yours. Was it a teacher? Was it your dad? Was it an uncle? Is it just society? Have you just kind of absorbed it, from mass media? Where's that come from? It's not the truth of you. Just notice. Just notice. And then I want you to write down, how does it make you feel when you have that toxic masculine voice running the show? How does that make you feel? I'm pretty sure it doesn't make you feel great. Pretty sure it makes you feel tired. Pretty sure you don't want to do that to yourself anymore. Yeah? How does it make you feel? And are you willing to heal that part of you? Are you willing to let it go? Are you willing to be kinder to yourself? Isn't this interesting how it's a whole other level of self-love? And there's something about self-love that kind of feels inherently feminine. It feels kind of soft and fluffy and feminine. And yes, to a degree it is, but it's all about balance, right? There's also, self-love is, we take action. We take fierce action. We look after ourselves. We honor and respect ourselves. So this is the empowered masculine. Kelly's saying, I think it's my mum's voice in her disempowered masculine. Right, exactly. Yes, Kelly, exactly. Because we, and there's no blame to your mum. My mum would have been the same, actually. No blame at all. She learned to do life that way. Yeah, she learned to do life that way, and you just picked it up. Goodbye, Visha. Nice to have you. Yeah. So where was I? Where was I? So what are you going to choose for yourself instead? What are you going to choose instead? How do you desire to relate to your masculine? Sun is saying, my brother's voice through the voice of society. Yeah, so you hear your brothers, you hear society. That's right. Yeah. Anyone on Facebook got any feedback on this? Any thoughts on this? So when I think about my toxic masculine voice, yeah, you're right, Kelly. Do you know, I relate to that. It would be my mum, interestingly. It would be my dad. Definitely society. There's this competitive edge, this sort of comparative edge that definitely comes from society. The patriarchy. You're just never enough. You're never trying hard enough. I'm all, always. It's like social media is always showing me that I should be more. I should be doing more. I should be trying harder. I should have achieved that by now. Society says, you're about to turn 46, woman. Why haven't you got this, and this lined up in your life? That's not the voice. That's not my truth. That's not my loving, empowered masculine. No way. No. And it's really important we start to discern the difference. Lindy's saying, my mum as well. I so needed to hear this today. Brilliant. I'm so glad. Isn't it amazing how what comes through is what we need? Sophie says it's her dad's voice. I think I've missed something. Sana says the masculine makes me feel angry at myself. Right, but it's not the empowered masculine, my darling, right? It's the disempowered masculine. It's the toxic masculine. And it's so important to discern the difference. In this conversation with these women last night, a whole other level of the conversation around men, and for one woman in particular, her programming and conditioning is that basically men are bad. Men are only want her for sex, only want her for her body, will objectify her, take advantage of her, cheat on her. And it's a very powerful belief system that she has about men. It's not her fault. But if you're not calling in this loving, beautiful human that you want to spend the rest of your life with, you got to look at your beliefs around men in general. And she believed that men aren't nice, and it's just not true. There's so many beautiful men in the world, empowered men, wonderful men. So we kind of, the masculine's got a bit of a bad rap, but that's a toxic masculine. There are bad men in the world. There are guys that will cheat on you, that will objectify you. Yeah, there are. But there's plenty that aren't. And your inner masculine, the toxic part of you, it's just a toxic part, and it can be healed. It's just through discernment. It's through acknowledgement. It's through getting to know these voices within that we can start to heal. Kelly saying, yes, defo, society, patriarchy. Yep. Sana's hearing dad's and mum's voices as well. Yes, it does make you feel disempowered, and you don't have to. You can create change here just through acknowledgement. And there might be some deeper healing work required, of course, nearly always is, right? But the first step is this acknowledgement, which is really what I wanted to set you up with today. So I'm really glad that you're starting to notice that your inner masculine has an empowered, loving, of service, honorable, respectful voice, and it has a toxic, mean, bastard voice. And that mean voice, here's the thing, that voice, we don't just want to shut it up and tell it to go away. That voice is actually scared. That is the voice of fear. That's the voice trying to protect itself, protect you from anything going wrong, from you actually not being good enough for you not keeping up in the world. It doesn't trust. It is scared. There's no faith in life. It's scared. It's like the little boy that's scared. And so we have to give that part of us unconditional love, huge amounts of compassion. It's our job as an empowered being to love that disempowered part of us back to health, to bring it in, like bring it into the fold, bring it into the empowered masculine, do the healing, love it free. Yeah, it's not about saying you're bad and be gone with you. I don't want you in my life. You're ruining my life. You're making me feel disempowered and stressed. I don't want you. No, it's the worst thing we could do. Self-love invites us with compassion and understanding to see where that voice came from. It's a generational voice. So many levels of your family have experienced it. It's a societal voice. We all have this going on, and it's just time to say no more to that. But we say no more through love, through compassion, through bringing it into the fold and reminding that part of us, you're safe, you're okay, we got this. Life is designed to support us, and we rewire that part of us, we heal that part of us, and we integrate so that we're, full human. Pretty bloody powerful work, right? So exciting, so exciting. So what's the time? 10 to 9. Okay, let's just do just a very short visualization, because I would really like for you to just spend a little bit of time with your empowered masculine. Why don't we just meet that part of you right now? We'll just do something super short. And then, yes, because I know most of you love the readings, we'll do a quick Wild Kuan Yin reading. Okay? Because we love it, don't we? All right, so close your eyes. Just breathe. Yeah, make that noise. Let it go. Just feel yourself sinking into your body. Get comfortable, as I'm actually doing. Have a little bit of a sort of shoulder rolls, stretch out your back. Just really get comfy and cozy in your body. And arrive. And just take some time to just be with you, surrendering into this moment. Connecting with your spiritual self, the truth of who you are. All of the women that I know are on this call now. I know you women, and I know that you know your spiritual self. For those of you on the call that I don't know, I invite you to trust that you do know your spiritual self. It's that wise part of you. It's that loving inner voice, your intuition, unconditionally loving truth. Just allow yourself to just sit with your spiritual self for a moment. Remember how delicious it feels to be guided by that part of you. That part of you that has all your answers. Whenever you think you don't know, you do know. Your spiritual self knows. I invite you to set the intention to be guided by that part of you this week. Choose to live in connection with your spiritual truth. Be guided by that voice. It is pure love. It is always co-creating with life. It is the miraculous, magical part of you that can make anything happen. Just breathing into that intention for the week. And then noticing your masculine and feminine. We haven't even discussed the disempowered feminine today, but we won't go there right now. But just noticing that you're going to have empowered feminine energy, disempowered feminine energy, empowered masculine energy, and disempowered masculine energy. And it's okay, just notice it's all going on. It's all there. And I just actually want to acknowledge you. I know that you're doing your best. I know that you desire to feel empowered. I know that you desire to have this beautiful dance between your empowered masculine and your empowered feminine. And I invite you to take the pressure off yourself that you need to get it right, that you need to get it perfect, that you need to be fully healed. Give yourself a break. You're human and you are imperfect and you will never get it fully right. And you may never feel fully healed, but in a way, that's the beauty and juice of life. We always have the opportunity to evolve. We can do that with love for ourselves. We can do that with gentleness and with kindness. I think it's really important to just simply honor that your intention is to feel healed, to have the balance of your empowered masculine and feminine energies, and to just know that you're on that path, and being on that path and choosing that path is enough. It's righteous, it's beautiful. I invite you to feel proud of yourself for that. How wonderful you are that you're choosing that path. And because today's conversation has been about the masculine, just take a moment to connect with your empowered masculine. Notice when that part of you and how that part of you serves you with honor and respect and love. That part of you that experiences pure joy and happiness because it gets to make your goals and desires and dreams happen. It just loves to serve your feminine, her ideas, her inspirations, her creativity, her desire to collaborate and heal the world. Your empowered masculine loves to serve those goals, those desires. Just notice that loving part of you. For some of you, that might feel really strongly present. And for some of you, that part of you might feel like a whisper. It might feel like it just hasn't been given the chance to rise up and be who you're meant to be. Maybe it's time. And just breathing that in. And then noticing your disempowered masculine, that more toxic part of you. Just connecting with how that part of you speaks to you, how it gives you a hard time, how it demands, how that makes you feel. And you're going to choose now to say no more to that. That's not a loving way to move through life. And now look upon that disempowered masculine. And allow your spiritual self, that part of you that is unconditional love, that has such a capacity for love, it does not judge, that it has limitless love available always. And shine that love and that light onto your disempowered masculine. Bathe it in that love and light. Look upon that part of you with deep compassion, deep kindness, with incredible understanding. It's not your fault. It's no one's fault. It's a learned way of being, and it's a very scared place to be. And your spiritual self knows that that's not where we need to hang out. So just throw love and light onto that part of you and make a promise to that part of you that you're going to take care of that part of you from now on. You're not going to tell it to go away. You're not going to tell it it's bad. You're going to bring it into the fold, invite it in. I want you to imagine the loving arms of your empowered masculine and your empowered feminine embracing your unhealed toxic masculine. And while we haven't spoken about it, you can also at the same time embrace the unhealed disempowered feminine. Bring them all in with those huge loving arms of your empowered masculine and feminine. Bring them in. Choose today and for this week, and hopefully for always, to love those parts of you back to life, back into love. Just breathe that in. Notice any visuals you received. Notice the feelings you had. There's no right or wrong. If you did receive a visual there, I invite you to bring that into your day. Maybe when we finish this call, you could sketch it out or remind yourself in your journal what you saw and what you felt. After this call, write in your journal what you're committing to yourself and how you're choosing love over fear. Very cool place to hang out. Just take another breath, and when you're ready, open your eyes. How was that? How was that? How are you feeling? I'd love to know if you want to let me know. I'm just going to give you a moment to type how you're feeling. If you want to share what you saw or felt, you're very welcome to. And I am going to shuffle these Wild Kuan Yin cards. I actually enjoyed a 5 Mothers Healing with Alana Fairchild last night. She wrote this oracle deck, an Aussie girl. It was really lovely. All part of the new moon eclipse that was last night. Yesterday, I actually also joined a shaman in Australia. I was about to say my shaman. She's not mine. I have been to see her in person, and we've done some stuff over Zoom. But she held a women's circle last night for the new moon, and I really enjoyed that. Okay. Sophie says, so liberating. Good. Liz, feeling like the pressure is off by giving my disempowered masculine love. Yes, amen to that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Harvest Mother watches over me. There it is. Can you see that? Yeah. Shuna says, thank you so much. I love your relaxed style. So much less stuffy and formal than some. Okay, great. You're welcome. You're welcome. 31. Okay, let's see. 31. Right, Harvest Mother watches over me. Hold on, I need to put a light on. I can't see what I am. There we go. That's better. Okay. I watch over you whilst you gaze within, for the time has come when you do best to gather your energy and direct it to your inner world. So much has been happening around you and within you. So much that it needs time and attention to be distilled, integrated, and digested. It will bring you greater peace and a sense of completion to do this now. It's time to harvest your emotional world to be ready to gain the rich wisdom of your experiences. Then you shall be ready for us to begin again, for another chapter in your life journey, wiser, stronger, and ready together. Yes. Kelly saying, thank you, Katie. It's just what I needed today. I feel relieved and held. You're so welcome, my darling. Okay, so the guidance is, hold on. There are times on the path when we feel the urge to go within, to withdraw from the world for a time, to claim some space. It may feel as though you need to empty out, create some space within yourself to reconnect with your true thoughts and feelings. This is not a time to keep taking in more information or to push yourself to have more experiences, meet new people, or take new risks. That will all happen again soon enough. For now, you already have enough to process within, and you need time to do that. Take some time out for you. There is something very nourishing, healthy, and life-affirming within you waiting to be tapped into, but you need to make a choice to do that and give yourself some time and space. Now is a good time to do that, but you will need to step back from the day-to-day world for a moment at least to enjoy this me time and go within. Oh, I love permission to go within. So the reading is, a time of abundance is ahead of you, and you're guided to become empty and ready to receive. Tune into yourself. There is a rich, healing energy that wants to help you now. You must slow down and go within to access it. You will enjoy this, so why not give yourself permission to do it? Are you interested in doing a healing course or working with a healer? Or reading a healing book or working with your dreams, dance, therapy, or meditation? This will be good for you. Trust your instincts and intuition and allow yourself time and energy to explore your inner world. Many wonderful things will open up for you as a result. You're being initiated into the feminine mysteries of intuition, inner vision, and the world of dreams, signs, and symbols. Your ability to read energy is increasing as you reinforce your unconditionally loving connection to the Divine Mother each day with simple prayer. This can happen so easily, safely, and joyfully. And you know what I really like about this is while we're talking about healing the disempowered masculine or the toxic masculine, there's an element of just taking it easy and allowing. So I'm looking over there because the puppy is about to do something that could create chaos. Boomer, come around here. Come around here and you can say hello to everyone. Come around here. Come on. You know, doing powerful work like healing our disempowered masculine actually takes some time. And there's something about, you know, that's the part of us that's always telling us to do more, to try harder, to keep going. And this reading is actually saying it's okay to stop. Like, it's safe to stop. It's safe to just be. And it's through being and surrendering that we can heal, right? We can't heal when we're just being busy all the time. So this is an invitation to stop, to relax, to be, and allow the healing to happen. So this is when the feminine actually supports the masculine. We're allowing the healing. we don't have to keep going and keep trying. So this is actually rather lovely. I love that. Would you like to meet Boomer really quickly? Shall I bring him down to say hello as we finish off? Yeah? Give me 1 second and then we'll wrap up. Hold on. Boomer, come say hi to everyone. Come on. Come say hi. Come on. Oh, we've been talking about you a long time. And you finally arrived, but you haven't actually met everybody yet. Do you want to meet everyone? Yeah? Do you want to meet everybody? Yeah. This is Boomer. Isn't he lovely? He is now, what are you, 14 weeks old now, aren't you? 14 weeks. But I've been waiting to introduce you to him. So here he is. Some of you who were joining me for my my daily lives back when lockdown began. Remember, I did 5 weeks of every day live. And I was talking about getting a puppy. And then we did. And he arrived and he's been with us for 7 weeks now. And this is my boy. Anyway, it's time for his breakfast. It's been lovely to see you all. So good to see you. Thank you for joining. Ooh, this little man needs his breakfast. So I'll see all of you again on Wednesday for a Q&A session at midday. And then again on Friday at 5 o'clock for some self-love wisdom. So, oh, hold on. Yes, Sana, yes, you're being asked to take time to heal. Exactly. Yeah, Boomer is gorgeous. Yes, Natalie, he is. You're welcome, Lorraine. So good to see you all. Mwah. Love you loads. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful week. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.